Yo, Nudo. I finished the live action as promised. That was a day ago. Last night I saw like 3 episodes again with my family, primarily my dad paying attention, and my 2 siblings who are convinced that they hate One Piece. Even though they are just in denial when they see greatness before their eyes. Conclusion, to my opinion, is the live action is still good. It's still really good. But I will say the strong part is definitely the beginning. I still don't know how to feel about the changes they make, because, you know, obviously the more and more changes, the more I get into the story. But I think primarily, like, they did a good job. They did a really good job. Like, also just, you know, the whole thing about Garp actually being in the series at this point. I mean, I feel like it's alright, but again, I still think when you think about it power scaling wise, yeah, he should. I mean, somebody should question him at some point. Like, hey, you're a vice admiral, and you're having trouble chasing down a 30 million berry man. I know he should be worth more, because he really doesn't like change that much until he meets Crocodile. But I mean, point still stands. He's a fucking vice admiral. It should be raising some red flags. But I mean, when you just finish the live action, like when you're just casual viewer of live action only, you have no reference point of that. And I know it's just a me problem. Well, not a me problem, I'm not the only One Piece fan in the world. I'm sure other people have this opinion, but oh no, I'm not falling for this again. I need to. Ooh, okay, good. Yeah, so I only have one main issue, right? Well, 2. First of all, I kinda liked how they handled Don Krieg, but not really. Because, you know, he was main villain basically in the... Oh wait, I can just fucking hit him. Wait, I'm so fucking stupid. Wow. I was very close to letting him get up again. Whoopsie poopsies. Yeah. So... in this he just kinda like gets one-tapped by Mihawk. We still get the shot of him just fucking swinging his sword, just cutting the entire boat in half. His entire, the Krieg Armada in half. Neck-diffing them, basically. But I really would have wanted, you know, more from Don Krieg. Like, he was actually fleeing. Like, you know, because that's the main thing. Like, yeah, sure, we get told, like, the Grand Line is a treacherous stretch of ocean, something. But I feel like in the original series, at least, Krieg was the main point that we were like, oh, okay. This is the type of shit we need to watch out for. Like, this, one of the most notorious pirates in the East Blue, got no-diffed the second he entered the Grand Line. And sure, he might have met accidentally the #1 powerful person in the world. I am not biased, don't, no, you know what, feel free to quote me on that. Mihawk top 1. But you know, just the fear of the Grand Line is mainly insinuated by, or seen by, felt by Don Krieg. And it's very diminished here, where we just kind of get to fight against Mihawk. And I mean, I like the way they changed the way that they get to fight each other, but it's good. It's good. They also kind of speedrun like a miniature plot of a Water 7, like in the at the end of the Mihawk fight, where Zoro is basically just laying there dying in a coma. God, I hate Gorb. Holy shit, I hate Gorb. With the whole plot of like, what's it take to be a captain? Like the decisions you have to make, and then Luffy actually knowing, like coming to terms with, yeah, I did the right thing. I know I did the right thing. I like that they tackled that early on, so that we can tackle it again at Water 7, and then once again add Whole Cake. Oh shit, yeah. So that's the one main thing, is just Don Krieg. He shouldn't have been like a main villain like he was in the original. I still think it fits very well that Arlong was there at the Baratier instead of Krieg. I don't know. I'm not a writer. I don't know how the hell how I would have done it. I guess one way to do it is just have Don Krieg just flee. Just basically like in the original, just flee to the Baratier, and just Mihawk fucking chasing this guy's fleet down, and one-hitting it, one-slicing it, and then everyone just stands in awe and as he walks into the Baratier just to get a fucking drink. That would be a cool way to do it. I really like the scene of him cutting the fucking ship in half. I mean, who doesn't? But the other thing I wanted to talk about is Usopp in Arlong Park, because he did not live up to what I was expecting, or with what was, you know, in the series itself. I hadn't really thought about it, like why I felt something was missing, but it became very clear at that point, because Usopp never really, you know, tried to just straight up run away from a fight and just weasel his way out of something. Like, sure, he kind of did that with Kuro, but you know, when he doesn't do that, when he doesn't double down on it, it kind of loses its meaning. Because at Arlong Park, what happens is basically he picks a fight with this fisherman guy that he does, and then runs away. But they don't dwell on it at all, like why he runs away, what his thoughts are, what he's gonna do next, how he, you know, Usopp's whole shtick. They just kind of skip it, just to show that, oh, we have 3 phases. Phase 1, running away. Phase 2, play dead. With ketchup over me, which was a kind of funny scene, to be fair. But then they just skip to the 3rd phase, where he just immediately gets up and then shoots the guy because he's, you know, and he also just one-taps him, which is a bit goofy. I just made it. Let's go. Huge W. But there should be a step in between those, where Usopp kind of collects himself and has like that reflection moment of, this is not who I want to be. why am I here? And nobody is here to see me. I could just run away, but then he decides not to anyway. Like, that was the moment that I knew I was gonna fucking love Usopp if he just continued doing that. But no, he just doesn't. He just, like, in this he just feels like a cool guy who's not that insanely powerful. But he doesn't, like, double down on running away, which I feel like he should have done. Not like actually run away, like change the plot, but you know what I mean. You know, reflect on himself. Which is Usopp's entire character arc, basically. Oh shit, I was close. Gigi. Been there. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts, without spoiling too much. I also thought it was a bit goofy at Oiling Park. It's not a spoiler really, but I think we see it in one of the trailers too, so I'm gonna mark it as not a spoiler, that Nami just also waddled in with the guys into Oiling Park, and I fucking died at this guy again. I haven't had a good run in such a long while. I don't know why I thought today would be the day. Well, sucks to suck. Womp womp. Yeah, see you tomorrow.